Good morning. I'm Keith Glass, City of Monroe Police Department, and I got Lieutenant Tracy Hanson with me today. And what we want to do is point out a problem that's not only citywide, but it's probably a nationwide, statewide, and countywide problem, and that's just litter. And while this is not the most devastating crime that we deal with in the City of Monroe, as you can see from the video, it's a lot of trash, and we're standing right here at the East Spring Street exit coming off 78 Highway, and this litter was picked up about 10 or 12 days ago. And what I'm want to express to you is this is your community. If you see somebody littering, go ahead and call the 911, give them a tag number, and officers inside the city will respond to that. If you can't call 911 for some reason, if you can take down a tag number, Lieutenant Tracy Hanson is going to kind of be heading up something for me on this litter for a while, and I'd ask that you just email her the tag number. Her email is thanson@monroega.gov. That's thanson@monroega.gov. And again, it's your community, and as you can see, and he'll scan around and show you some more trash, but this trash was picked up with community service by community service workers about 12 days ago, and you can see how much is built up. So we really need your assistance, and we're looking at some ways also of places where we have a lot of this, maybe getting some video out there so we can catch them also on video. But we just need your help with that, and if you have any other problems with the crime or whatever in the City of Monroe that we can help you with, please contact us at the City of Monroe Police Department.
I just look forward to hearing from citizens here in the community, and we can work together and hopefully make Monroe not only a safer place, but more appealing to the eye. And just like Chief said, just email me with any problems. If you see anyone littering, or if you can get a tag number, and we can follow up with those people, just email me, thanson@monroega.gov.
And we thank you for your help.
Where do you come alive? A stadium, lecture hall, a music hall, church potluck? This year, you have a new spot, walkgeorgia.org, a free website that provides you with all the resources needed to get your heart rate up and body out in your community. Sign up and receive individual or group fitness tracking, fitness demos by certified trainers, recipes, and a guide to resources in your Georgia County, all in one easy-to-use site. When you move more, you live more. walkgeorgia.org.
It's your home, it's your dream. Radon test and keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
Making it green is making sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Make sure you test your home for the presence of radon. It's easy. To learn more, call 866-730-GREEN. Preserve your family's health and well-being. Get your home tested. Now that's living healthy and green.
Green, green, green. It's your home, it's your dream. Radon test and keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
To learn more, call 866-730-GREEN.
Creative artists can transfer your 8mm, Super 8mm, and 16mm films, as well as converting your VHS, CVHS, 8mm, and mini DV to DVD. Preserve your family's video history for the generations to come. Creative Artists, 1113 West Spring Street, Monroe, 770-267-7368.
In our competition today, it's not just you know, 3 or 4 cities in the state of Georgia. Our competition today is worldwide. Companies look in all different countries to locate today. One of our larger projects that we were working on earlier this year, we were competing with 3 different countries on that project. So you really got to have a strong community in order to attract some of the companies today. So how does the site selection work? How do they choose which community they're going to locate, or how they narrow it down even? Well, it's primarily done today by consultants. Companies hire a site consultant or some kind of real estate consultant to help them search for those companies. And gone are the days where you can say, well, we've got so much acreage in our community, we'd love for you to come take a look at it. They're looking for a reason today to take you off of that list. So they may start with a list of 100 different criteria that they think the perfect community will fit, and they start narrowing it down. And if you don't meet a lot of what they're looking for, you come off the list. And they're looking for those communities that best fit those needs. And I can tell you, just the slightest little thing can edge you out at the very end when a company is looking to locate in your community. And you probably want to know what's the latest news through the Development Authority. Well, let me tell you a little bit about what we've done, and then we'll get into more of that. One of the big things we've done this year is we purchased another 121 acres adjacent to Piedmont Regional Industrial Park. It's actually in our park. The yellow line that you see on the screen is the former Angel Food building, and the red line is the additional acreage that we purchased there. And we have, we can offer companies up to 300 acres inside of Walton County that needs to locate in our community. One of the other big things we've done just recently, you've probably heard about, is that we purchased that old Angel Food building, 690 Unicia Drive, and we're going to use that building to recruit a company to locate here. Although we have a lot of land and we had some great land in our industrial park, a lot of companies are looking for existing facilities. They're on a fast timeline. They need a place where they can start with quickly, and this will give us an increased option and a better option to recruit one of those companies into our community. We're in the process now of doing a lot of demolition inside the building. In about 3 weeks, it'll all be taken back to just a warehouse like it was when it was first built. We have some regional partnerships. We have partnered with Newton and Newton County to develop a mega site down in the Social Circle area. It's over 2,600 acres, and we're calling it the Historic Parkland Mega Site. And that is a rail-served site, which means that we can recruit an extremely large company to locate in that area. And we've had some great activity on that site, and we're looking forward to some additional activity on that site. The company's looking to locate there that will provide a large number of jobs for us. About 30% of that property is in Walton County and about 70% in Newton County. And we've also partnering with Morgan County. There's a 600-acre tract that's in both Walton and Morgan. The majority of that is in Walton County near the Baxter site, where we can recruit a company to locate. There are several companies on that site if necessary, and maybe even develop another industrial park in that area. So we're really excited about that. Both of those sites are along the I-20 corridor. In 2015, well actually 14 I should say, we had 34 companies that actually considered relocating in Walton County. And their investment range was from anywhere from $3 million to companies many times the size of Baxter. So we've had a broad range of companies looking to locate here. The employee range was from 50 to thousands, many thousands. And most all of those, which makes me excited, were manufacturers, not distribution centers. There's nothing wrong with a distribution center. We like those too. But the reason I like manufacturers is they tend to have a large investment in your community, and their salaries tend to be a little bit more, and it's much easier for a manufacturer to shut down, a distribution center to shut down than a manufacturer. So for a number of reasons, we prefer manufacturers, but We'll take anything we can get. So, and we'll get to some questions. Look, I'm sure some of you may have some. So why would a company look at Walton County? Why choose us over somebody else? Because there are thousands and thousands of communities out there that are competing for these companies. So why us? Well, we're located within an hour of Atlanta. That has its own benefits. Hartsfield, Jackson, CDC, Georgia Tech, Emory University, University of Georgia. Some of those, we have an interstate that runs through the south end of our county, which is great for us. So that puts us in a good location. A lot of companies prefer to be within 1 hour of an international airport, and we're fortunate that we've got one of those. Obviously, we got plenty of land. We've got anywhere from 7 to 300 plus acres of industrial land available today for a company. And our population. Anybody want to take a guess on what our population is? 40-mile radius from our county seat. Anybody want to guess? 3.2? 2.9 million people. 29% of Georgia's population is within that radius of where we are today. That means we've got tremendous access to a quality workforce. We got a lot of people that can drive here. And people drive even longer than that to get to a job site today. So with our great highway network that we have, people can get here easily into Walton County. A lot of people right there. And I mentioned the highways that we have. We got great access to highways and interstates in our community. And you can see on the map there how close we really are to Atlanta. So that position gives us a little advantage over some. And then the Hard Labor Creek Reservoir. I can't tell you the importance of that reservoir when it comes to economic development. It was probably one of the best decisions that your commissioners have made in terms of putting us in a better position for economic development. A lot of companies, major companies, need a lot of water. And we're going to be able to pull millions of gallons of water a day out of that reservoir for a company's use. And a lot of those companies use that water, treat it, and put it back in the reservoir, which recycles that water. But that's going to give us a better opportunity to recruit different kinds of companies in our communities, more high-tech companies, maybe even like a microchip manufacturer that uses a lot of water. So it does increase our opportunities for recruiting different kinds of companies. And we have what's necessary. We've got the infrastructure that those companies are going to need. We've got electricity, we've got water, we've got sewer. That's probably our weakest point in some areas, but that's even being improved as we speak. We've got gas and we've got fiber optics, especially in the city of Monroe. They got a great fiber optic network. So we've got the utilities that a company would need to locate here. And we've got existing industries. So why would that be important to a new company locating here? Well, they look at companies that are already here, especially those that are fortune companies that you can recognize. And if those companies can succeed here, the general thought is, and we probably can succeed here too. There's a reason that those companies are in our community, and they are doing well in our community. So that speaks well for us when we try and recruit new companies. And those, you can bet that a company looking to locate in our community is going to talk to those people before they come. And we've got great education resources within a 50-mile radius of where we are. A lot of great colleges and universities that a company could access, especially the University of Georgia and Georgia Tech and Emory University, and then the medical college. You know, it depends on the type of industry, but we've got great access to colleges and universities. And I couldn't say any more about how important the Walton Proud initiative is for economic development. The Chamber is responsible for creating that program companies like to know that your community gets along and they're working together. And when we can highlight Walton Proud and what they do with the public and private education systems, that speaks well about our community. And we're very pro-business government. I can tell you that the leadership in every one of our communities, our cities in Walton County, and those three cities highlighted there because that's where our industrial areas are, they work together. They're all representative on the Development Authority, and they do what it takes to get a company here. If I pick up the phone and call any one of the leaders of our local governments, they're there to help and do whatever we need. And not every community is like that. And I can tell you that if it's a company looking to locate the social circle, Loganville and Monroe and Walton County are going to be right there to help them and make sure that they're able to provide what's needed for that company. Also, what's important for our economic development is we are in a joint development authority, and a company looking to locate in that joint development authority can get special tax incentives, and that's in Stanton Springs. You've heard about that. That's where Baxter is located, and Baxter's come along great. I'll show you an aerial of that in just a minute. But with the Jasper, Newton, Morgan, and Walton counties, they do a great job of partnering together with that joint development authority. Kevin Little sits on that, and they do a good job promoting our community. And if you haven't seen Baxter, that's an aerial. It's even a little more developed than when this photo was taken, but it's a large facility, very huge. At the bottom, the little arched building there is their visitor center and some administration areas. And it's just huge. I mean, they got their own amphitheater out there and for the employees and for the community at some point, they say. And, but Baxter really changed things for us as well because it highlighted our area for major economic development. One of the world's largest companies to locate in our community, and that says a lot for what this community has done to prepare for economic development. And I feel like we've got one of the best quality of life out there. You hear that a lot from every economic developer that I know of, but I think we've got one of the best. I love our communities. They do a great job in promoting quality of life. You know, with the concerts outside in Loganville and Monroe, and then the markets that they have, and just the theater, just the whole package I think we've got in our community. A lot of communities don't have some of what we have, and we've got a great quality of life.
Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of The Health Story. My name is Dee Dee Harris. I'm the Executive Director of Walton Wellness, a nonprofit located here in Walton County dedicated to the prevention of lifestyle-related chronic illness. Each week I like to come to you and bring you some kind of new resource or tell you about an activity going on or maybe share with you some information that I think might be helpful on your health journey or someone you love. And today I want to talk about, of course, we're into the new year and we've talked about New Year's resolutions and we've talked about what we want to start doing, making goals for this year. And so today I want to talk about a program which you may have heard about on another segment, but it is called Walk Georgia. It is a program that is sponsored by the University of Georgia Extension Service, and it's a really neat program to do. It is computer-based, and what you do is you go online at walkgeorgia.org and you sign up. And then as you do your activities, whether it's biking, walking, running, gardening, house cleaning, just about any activity that you could do in your life, they have a way of converting that into miles. And so the whole idea behind this program is to actually walk across the state of Georgia virtually on your computer. So whatever activity you do, once you sign up, you go in daily, hopefully, or however often you do your activity, and you log in what you did, how long you did it, and you typically will say whether you did it moderately, strenuously, or something like that. And then it will convert, after you answer those questions, it will convert whatever activity you did into miles. And then it will put it into your database, and it will show you walking across the state of Georgia. So the neat thing about this is a great thing for families to do together. It is really neat because as you walk across the state of Georgia, it actually tells you a little bit of history, a little bit of trivia about the different places that you're visiting. So if you go through Gwinnett County, it's going to talk to you about some of the history of Gwinnett County and some of the trivia and stuff, and it does that all the way across the state, which is very interesting, and it's a great learning tool for your children as well. So it's a great thing to do as a family, but you can also do it as a larger group. If you wanted to start a group at your church, with your civic club or work, any of those organizations is a great way to get up a group to do it, sign on, and it is a little bit of a competition because you are able to go online and see what groups are in the lead. So it's a little bit of fun, and you can actually compete against one another, which adds a little bit of element to it. And the good thing about Walk Georgia, though, is in the past, this program has been about an 8-week program. So you would have a certain length of time to sign up, then it would run about 8 weeks, and then it would be over. And then it might start up again another time. Well, the good thing is, and I'm so glad that they've actually changed that, so that Walk Georgia now is just year-round. You can sign up at any time, you can start at any time, and you can finish at any time. So it doesn't have to just be within an 8-week period, which I think is great, so that anyone at any time can sign up. And that is starting this month, February. They have launched this new Walk Georgia website, and there's a lot of great resources and tools on it. So I encourage you, check out Walk Georgia. You can do it as an individual, you can do it as a family or as a group, and look at all the great tools and sign up. Like I said, you don't have to go to the gym, you don't have to walk or run. It's any kind of activity that you do. So like I said, they even have house cleaning on there, so vacuuming counts. So it's just a neat thing to do. As always, I encourage you to check out our website, waltonwellness.org. There's lots of great resources there too as well. Our contact information is there, so you can email me with your questions, or if you want more information about Walk Georgia. As I said before, Walk Georgia is sponsored by the University of Georgia Extension Service. So if you want more information specifically about that program, I encourage you to call them. Also, if you want to get me the old-fashioned way, you can always get me by phone at 770-313-8107. Thanks for watching.
Hi, my name is Dr. April Mitchell, and I'm a veterinarian at the Monroe Veterinary Clinic. And today I'd like to talk about February being National Dental Health Month for pets. And February we always celebrate dentals because dental disease is unfortunately a big factor in veterinary medicine, and a lot of owners don't realize the importance of dental care for their pets, because a lot of times people don't open up the mouth and really look at the teeth, or maybe your pet won't really allow you to do that. But having a veterinary exam of your dog's teeth is really important, especially to be done at least once a year, because a lot can change in a year with the health of your pet's teeth, and that is true for dogs and cats. We see a lot of tartar and gingivitis in our dogs and cats that come here, and these, if left untreated, can form really painful root exposures, along with infection that can even lead to some really severe abscesses, which when your pet has a tooth root abscess or a tooth abscess, that's really a medical emergency, because a lot of times it will swell to the point of where it can even damage their eyeball, and also it's excruciatingly painful, and they'll stop eating and they can get dehydrated really quickly, especially in cats that don't weigh very much. So we do dentals cleanings on dogs and cats of all ages. I did a 16-year-old dachshund's teeth yesterday, and she did fantastic, and he's eating like a champ this morning. I did a 19-year-old cat a few weeks ago who went home and ate that night, and he hadn't eaten in 3 days beforehand due to the pain from his teeth. So there's a lot of things that can be done to really help improve your dog and cat's health through their teeth. If left untreated, the infection from the stomatitis, gingivitis can lead to heart disease and kidney disease. So it is something that really needs to be addressed early on in your pet's life if possible. And probably 30 to 50% of dogs and cats have dental disease by the age of 5 years of age. So that's really not very old. There's certainly several breeds of dogs that by the age of 2 already need their teeth cleaned. There are dogs that are 10 that have beautiful teeth. So it can be genetics. Play a huge role in that. And also the oral care that your pets receive at a young age really is important. So brushing your dog's teeth is great. A lot of the dental chews are really great. It's a little bit more difficult to brush your cat's teeth and can be a little dangerous, so be careful with that. But a lot of dogs really enjoy it. And there's flavored toothpaste. You don't want to use human toothpaste on your pets because there can be additives in the toothpaste that are really dangerous. So you want to make sure it is a canine or feline type of product, not a human product that you use to brush their teeth. So a typical dental, here at the Monroe Vet Clinic, we run blood work and make sure your pet is a good anesthetic, candidate. We oftentimes will go over all of, what stage of dental disease we think your pet has. A lot of times it is a little bit more difficult to see until you have them anesthetized because there can be big pockets on the medial surface that you can't really see until they're asleep. But we can get a pretty good idea by just doing a normal oral exam to see, what's going on. It does require general anesthesia. We do intubate with a tube, down their trachea. We have them on oxygen and gas anesthesia. We give pain meds. We also give antibiotics. We monitor them with their heart rate, blood pressure, EKG, temperature, all of that. They are very closely monitored during the anesthetic episode, and we have a dental scaler that cleans the tartar off, and we have different treatments for different types of disease processes that can be going on. So when we do a dental cleaning, this is a picture of a 6-year-old Bernese Mountain Dog where we cleaned his teeth, and here is the endotracheal tube, which is where we have the oxygen and the gas flowing through. But you can see the tartar and the gingivitis occurring, and there's a little bit of exposure down here of the root. So this is before the cleaning, and then this is what it looks like afterwards. So I've got before and after pictures of how clean they look and getting all that diseased tissue off with the tartar, and it really helped Boomer's breath tremendously. So his parents were very happy. Please, take a look at your dog's, or in cat's mouth, and the odor that comes from their mouth is usually a really good indication of what is going on. So if you have a pet that does have some bad breath, then you definitely want to have it checked out because there could be some serious disease going on in there. And hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's something really simple that can be addressed. But don't ignore it because it can lead to really serious problems, especially later in life. And a lot of times if pets' teeth are taken care of early on, it really can extend their life and their quality of life. And where they won't have to have 20 teeth extracted and things like that later on. But when it is genetics, a lot of times there isn't anything you can do except do routine dental cleanings and everything. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call at the clinic, and we'll be glad to look at your pet. We do free oral exams during dental month for our patients. So bring your pet in and we'll do a free dental exam on them. So give us a call and let us know what we can do to help you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rick Baker with the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth. I'm sitting in today for Dana Huff, who is away on business. And I have with me today Miss Darlene Alley and Corky Reeves with Athens Tech. We're going to be talking about the GED program and something called Advanced Opportunity. So, Darlene, the GED, we're talking here specifically about adult education. What does that mean exactly?
Well, adult education is a program offered through Athens Technical College that helps people prepare for a variety of situations. GED is where most of our students come in. We also help students prepare for other situations. If they're trying to get ready to take the Compass test, if they're about to enter college, if they are working on the work keys and need to polish up those math skills, haven't done fractions for a while, we can help them with that. So, although most of our students are preparing GED, it is a variety of programs we offer.
When you're talking about those math skills, maybe I need to come see you. So where do you offer the classes?
Our main location in Walton County is in Monroe. We're at the old high school, 212 Bryant Road. Okay. But we also have 2 Loganville locations that have just opened in January of this year. We have at the library, O'Kelly Memorial Library in Loganville, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 2. And then at Hope Community Fellowship in Loganville, Monday through Thursday mornings, 8:30 to 12:30.
Okay, all right. Is there a cost associated with these classes?
They're not. The cost is free. It doesn't cost anything to enroll, to sign up, or to attend our classes. We provide all of the materials. They don't have to buy any books. We even have papers and pencils. We just need the person ready to learn and eager to come in.
Okay, great. So how does one go about enrolling in these programs?
The main thing is just to call. Get a hold of us and let us set you up. We offer orientation classes for new students so they know what's going on. They're going to come in and hear about our program, what our classes are like, what the test is going to entail when they take it. We're going to have them fill out some paperwork. In Monroe, we offer it several times a month where they can sign up for one of our classes. We offer them in the mornings and in the evenings. So if the work schedule makes it where you can't come to a daytime class, we have evening ones available as well. In Loganville, it's all daytime. So if they need evening classes, they're going to need to come to Monroe. But otherwise, it's a very simple process. They just need to call or stop by.
Okay. Anything else our viewers need to know about the GED program?
It's a great opportunity. A lot of people need that second chance, or maybe it's a third or fourth chance. Life happens and people get hard on themselves and just don't get back around to finishing their education. This is a great time to come in and get things going, get their education done so they can move forward in their career, or just get that self-satisfaction that they did it for themselves. And they're showing their kids or grandkids that this is something that they have done and they can be proud of.
Absolutely. Well, I want to introduce Mr. Corky Reeves now, who's going to talk to us about accelerating opportunity. And I've got to admit, this is a new concept for me. So exactly what is accelerating opportunity?
It is a pilot program, an experimental program. There are 8 schools in the state of Georgia that are a part of this. It allows a person to start college at Athens Tech without a high school degree or a GED. They're dual enrolled. They work on their GED while they're working on their credit classes. It has several innovative concepts to it. We use what's called a team teaching method, where when they actually start their credit classes, myself or Chris Thaxton, the other instructor, actually attends the class with them, helps the other instructor on, say, machine tool technology or the early childhood education, both of which we've just recently started at the Walton County campus. But we've had a lot of success. We give a lot of support services to the students, a lot of tutoring, a lot of counseling. We have various financial fundings. A student has an opportunity to come, get a good career, and essentially not pay a dime the whole time they're there. Books are paid for, fees are paid for, tuition's paid for. There's even some travel money, gas money coming to and from class for individuals that are eligible. And we basically just try to make sure that our students can see the end at the end of the tunnel, see the light, that they know that they can do this We tried the accelerating part is to speed it up, help them get their GED quickly, help them get a diploma in a chosen field quickly, and help them get a good career, which is the bottom line. We have 5 pathways that we sponsor. On the Walton County campus, that's going to be the machine tool technology and early childhood education. The machine tool technology is a booming industry in this area. A lot of manufacturing, the Caterpillar and Clark and Oconee County and other places are opening in Walton. The early childhood education, there's always going to be jobs for that. We have an agreement with Piedmont College where someone can get an associate degree in early childhood at Athens Tech, go on to Piedmont College with all classes transferring, and then in 2 more years have a bachelor's degree in education. But our pathways were chosen and we were helped choose them by the Department of Labor. There had to be a lot of jobs in the areas, and also there had to be what they call a sustainable wage. So these aren't entry-level positions. These are actually more of a management or an extended training positions.
So how does one go about entering into the Advanced Opportunities program?
Well, currently the best thing to do is to call our office. It's 706-583-2528. That's on the Athens campus. We soon will have a special number also on the Walton County campus, but also you can contact Ms. Darlene Alley, or you can contact Lindsay Reed, who is the head of the Walton County campus. And in any of those 2 people, or you call our office and we'll be glad to set you up for an orientation, more information.
Sounds like a great opportunity for people.
It has been. We've currently got 43 people in various stages of training. It's an experimental program. Most of it has worked real well. We've smoothed out a lot of the rough spots, and now after a year's time, it's running very well. And we've been able to help some people. We're real proud of that, because that's what it's all about, trying to help people go to work and get a good job at a good wage.
Okay. Darlene, could you give us the contact information for Athens Tech if people are interested in these programs?
Absolutely. Please call the Monroe campus at 770-207-4091. My name is Darlene Alley. You can email me at dalley@athenstech.edu.
Okay, thank you. And thank you for watching, and I hope that some of you will take advantage of these great opportunities to advance your education, which will in turn hopefully improve your life in general. I hope you have a great day.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent with Keep Walton Beautiful in the Walton County Recycling Center. I want to thank you all for tuning in today, and we are coming into spring, which is our busiest time of year. We've got a lot of activities coming up. Earth Day's coming up. We've got the Kids Fest coming up, Farmers Market. So we really look forward to this time of year. And also, I did want to mention that we have our Document Destruction Day tentatively scheduled for June 6th. That will be a Saturday. Again, it'll be in the Carmichael Drug parking lot. It's going to be from 10 to 12. And you guys can call us for any details. And we'll be getting out flyers and banners, and those will contain more of the details. We're still working some of that out, but I did want to go ahead and get word out, and more information will be made available on that. And speaking of spring, that's generally the time of year we start getting more spring cleaning and things being brought in. So I did want to remind you guys that yard waste and hazardous chemicals and paint we do not accept. And to those of you who may have not used our facility before, we encourage you to come down and check it out, especially for some of the larger items that you can't get into your garbage cans at home. When you're doing some garage clean outs and things like that, some of your larger stuff, just keep us in mind and know that you do have a place to bring that stuff. We're open Monday through Saturday, so we are here for you. Again, our number is 770-267-1421. Give us a call with any questions. We'd be happy to answer them. And also check us out on Facebook to keep yourself posted on what's going on. Again, hopefully it's going to start warming up. It's our busiest time of year. We're looking forward to getting out into the schools and seeing you guys out in the community and getting our spring activities started. Thank you and see you next time.
Hi there, I'm Emily Russell coming to you from Clearview Regional Medical Center. Thank you so much for tuning in to join us. As always, we have something exciting going on at Clearview, and we're just proud to be serving the community. In recent events, we've had our medical office building open, and we've had several of our offices relocate. Our physical therapy office, our pain and spine center, our ear, nose, and throat doctor, Dr. Miller, along with our surgical specialists, who are Dr. Norman and Dr. Banach, can all be found in our new medical office building here at Clearview. And if you need any of their contact information, feel free to visit our website at clearviewregionalmedicalcenter.com to get all of their updated information. Along with them, we have some other very exciting tenants that are going to be joining us. Athens Orthopedic Clinic has taken up residence in our new medical office building, along with University Cancer and Blood Center, Dr. Spleichel and Dr. Wong. Along with them, Gwinnett Heart Specialists also join us, and Clearview Wound Healing Center will be joining us as well. So we're just excited to have new developments going on our campus and to be able to better serve our community and just the people in the community and our patients. So if you haven't come out to check out our new medical office building, please do that, and stay tuned for an upcoming ribbon cutting and open house as well. So back to regular business as usual. I'm excited to have with me a guest today, Mr. Matt Culberson. And Matt is a senior at the University of Georgia. And Matt, why don't you tell us a little bit about the program that you're studying?
Well, basically I'm studying health promotion, which is the study of the field of just public health in general and how we can better ourselves and better our quality of life in how we live each day, and the practices of getting out, being active, and changing our diet, and how we can actually become healthier.
Excellent, very good, which is always an important topic with everybody, whether it's weight loss or general health or diabetes management, whatever it might be. Health is so important. So we're excited to have Matt working with us here at the hospital this semester. We always love having students and getting to help shape the lives of young healthcare professionals. So today, Matt, we're going to talk a little bit about the month of March, which is what?
Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month.
Now, I wouldn't say that this is a topic that a lot of people want to talk about regularly. It's not necessarily a dinner table conversation per se, but it's an important one, would you not say?
I would definitely say it's important. It's something you need to be wary of, and you know, when you get a little bit later on in life, if you're over your 50s, in your 50s or older, then you need to be wary about this and worry about the polyps that may develop on, you know, in your colon.
Exactly. Do you know any statistics about percentages of people that experience colorectal cancer or anything along those lines?
Yeah, it's about when you hit 50, when you hit the age of 50, you need to start getting screened and getting tested, getting your colonoscopy every 10 years. You need to go out and get that done, because we've got men are 3 times more likely than women to actually have colorectal cancer. So men, definitely get out there and get your colonoscopies done.
Yeah, that's, you know, in colonoscopies, it's again not necessarily a pleasant thing that you want to do, but it is one of those necessary evils. And you're exactly right, Matt. By the age of 50, you need to be starting to think about that first screening colonoscopy, and every 10 years is a really great guide to go off of. Men especially, and especially African American men as well. Perhaps sometimes it's more prevalent in that population. So that's something important to consider and something important to keep in mind. So what is the best screening tool for colorectal cancer?
Well, the best screening tool would be to use a colonoscopy. That would be the best one to use. Get it done every 10 years at the latest. You know, if you can get it done a little bit sooner than that, I mean, that's better, obviously, but every 10 years is the recommendation. Get that done, and that way, you know, you're good to go.
Very good. Yeah, prevention is really the key with that, and early detection is the key. And the best screening tool for colorectal cancer is a colonoscopy. We have a lot of physicians here at Clearview that do screening colonoscopies as well as diagnostic colonoscopies. If you've been having certain symptoms that you think might be transparent to the fact that you might be having some issues, some polyps, some lesions, things like that, that's the perfect time to get a screening colonoscopy, or a diagnostic colonoscopy rather. We do those here at the hospital, and we also do them in our outpatient endoscopy center in Loganville. Dr. Ellison is the one that practices there. And a little known fact about Dr. Ellison is that his adenoma detection rates are in the 90th percentile for all GI docs and those that perform colonoscopies. So he's very, very good at finding adenomas and polyps. And adenomas are generally your cancerous polyps, correct?
Correct.
Now, not every polyp is going to be cancerous.
Not every polyp is cancerous, so don't just be afraid when you get in there and get a colonoscopy done and they say that you do in fact have polyps. They'll actually run some tests on those, and then they'll come back later and let you know how cancerous they actually are, and then the steps from there will be taken accordingly.
Perfect. Yeah, that is great advice. Now, are there any other precautionary things that people can do? Diet, exercise? Is obesity a factor? Anything like that?
Obesity is definitely a factor. We want to, just as it is with all type of chronic conditions or any type of cancerous conditions, we want to get out there, limit our carcinogen intake, so alcohol, smoking, limit that to, zero preferably. But things like changing your diet and having more fruits and vegetables, we want to do that. Those have antioxidants in it, which will help you in preventing cancerous agents. And also you want to have less red meat in your diet. So things like that, get out and exercise as well, keep your body healthy.
Yeah, that's great advice. Anything you can do to take that extra step for health prevention is the way to go. And that's the really cool part about your position here and the field that you're studying, being health promotions. It's all about making healthy choices in the beginning so that it doesn't lead to long-term consequences.
That's correct.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to hear a little bit about Colorectal Cancer Month as well as what's going on here at the hospital. So if you have any questions, or if you would like to talk more about this, or perhaps you would like a recommendation on a physician, getting a referral for a physician to actually perform that colonoscopy, you can always call our physician referral line, and that number is 1-877-933-2762, and we'll kind of match a physician up with your insurance preferences and get you taken care of, especially if you're that age 50 or older and you've never had a colonoscopy. Definitely that is something to consider. Talk to your primary care physician about that. Or give us a call and we'll be happy to steer you in the right direction. So as always, if there's anything we can do to help you to better serve you or your family, please let us know. Feel free to reach out to us by email or by phone, and you can always visit our website at clearviewregionalmedicalcenter.com. Thanks so much and be healthy.
We're at Walton County, the Felka Park, and it's a fabulous place over here. You can see right here they've got the gym upstairs here. Downstairs they're having a senior fitness group going on. It's very exciting. I mean, you can hear in the background the music going on, and we're going to show you some of the people that are over here exercising right now and having a great time. And I just wanted you to see where we're at today, and then we will I want to tell you more about Walton, Georgia. Welcome. I'm Molly Kindler with the Walton County Cooperative Extension here in Walton County, and I am the Walton, Georgia County Administrator, among all my other jobs that I do with Extension. Walton, Georgia has made a huge change since last year. Last year it was just the old program, and it was interesting and we loved it, but it was needed to be updated. So with the grant from the Coca-Cola Foundation, the University of Georgia and Coca-Cola Foundation have gone in together and revamped the whole Walton, Georgia program. It is absolutely fabulous. Tammy, isn't it wonderful? The new website and everything.
It's so much easier to use. It's streamlined. It's a big improvement.
The one thing that's going to be wonderful about it is we can do groups now. And with the groups, we can do, right now we have the county government, the County Board of Commissioners have 10 groups that they've set up, and I just checked, and they have 28 members on their teams right now. And with that, they're going to be competing against each other. Now, when we say we're competing, in the past we did miles. It's still going to calculate miles, but what it's going to do now, we're going to be doing points, and the points are figured on it's a formula, it's equivalent in oxygen, and it's supposed to be a much better formula. And so where you can do yoga and you can do running, and that's 2 different types of activities, and vacuuming, those are all different. So what they're doing is taking an oxygen level, and that's how they're calculating how many points you're earning. And so that's the way the county will be doing. We'll be doing points this year. We will eventually go back over to a map, and we can do miles again, but they're updating the map. That's going to come out in fall of 2015, and so that will be a new edition for in the fall. And that's fun because they travel all over Georgia. You learn some great places, and Tammy, you learned some great places when you were doing that one, didn't you?
I did, Molly. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, and it was an awesome way to get to know more about my new home state. I got to travel through different counties just by walking virtually. It was really interesting.
And you found some great vacation places, didn't you?
I did, and I also got to take advantage of the state park system. I got a family membership, and we go try different activities there, the different paths, hiking trails, all different kinds of things. And yeah, it's been a great idea.
And the other thing Tammy's gotten to do is that she and her family have done some filming for Walk Georgia too.
Yeah.
You and I have been to Athens, and then we've been to Atlanta, and we got to film up there. And your family enjoyed that, didn't they?
Yes, they did. It was an interesting day. I started in the Walk Georgia program, and no one in my family had taken part yet, and I was constantly talking about Walk Georgia, wearing my shirt, talking about Molly and the program, and this year they've all agreed to join, and my children did take part in the filming, even my adult children, so that was a lot of fun. And my husband recently joined a gym, so he's also getting fit. So it's I like to say it's like the ripple in the pond.
That's true.
We started with a little bit, and we're spreading out from there.
That's great. That was really good. And that's what we like to see with Walk Georgia. We love hearing the family stories and stories of how people have overcome. And one year we had someone who the doctor told them they had to exercise, and they got out and exercised so much they were really losing weight, and they became a much healthier person. And that's what Walk Georgia is all about. Another aspect of Walk Georgia with the groups, children in schools. Now, if they're 13 years and younger, they cannot sign on as an individual. They can sign on as groups. So what we're asking the schools, and I'm going around and talking to some of the schools now in Walton County and in Social Circle, they're public schools, and any private schools that want to talk to me, I am glad to talk to anyone. What they will do is, I am the county administrator. Then we have with other organizations or groups, they can have an administrator to oversee them. So what we'll be doing with the schools is we'll have someone that's assigned to work and be an administrator for their school. Then they can add on classes. Now what they will be doing is saying, okay, Mrs. Jones's class has 30 students in it, and today they jump roped for 15 minutes, and they jump roped 30 children jump roped for 15 minutes. And then if children want to come in and add more to that, the teachers can add that to it. But it's done as a group, and there's no names. And that is because of the laws of the internet and children's names under the age of 13. So when you do go on to the Walk Georgia page, it will ask you if you're 13 years or older. So please check that you are. You can do this as an individual. We will again be giving prizes for different things going on with Walk Georgia. We've had the Traveling School Trophy now for about 5 years. And we started out with Walker Park, and then Sharon Elementary just grabbed that thing and went with it. And they have won it every time. But we now have Sean Callahan, who has moved to Walnut Grove High School, so we're challenging Walnut Grove High School to beat Sharon Elementary this year. And we're hoping some more schools will come on board and try for that traveling trophy. With the county, they will have a department trophy that will travel all over the county government building and the county government areas. So if there's a company that would like to do this, I challenge you to call me, and we will work with your company or whatever, and maybe we can have something, a trophy for y'all. But we will have winners at the end. Right now, our target date is going to end on April the 30th. That way we can say who our school winners are going to be. We will, but you don't have to stop then. That's the good thing about the new Walk Georgia. It will continue. That's been one of the gripes with a lot of the people that did Walk Georgia, was they said, you know, I don't want to end. 12 weeks isn't long enough. I want to keep going. So Walk Georgia will be set up to where it can go on continuously, and you can keep on adding those minutes and miles to it. And so that's going to be great that you can do that. We will have prizes at the end of this one. We'll do it again in the fall. The reason we're doing a set time is the University of Georgia does have to, they have to be able to do their research. And so that's why we do have some times available. But if your company wants to set up a time, we can set it up in Walton County for whatever we want to do. We can streamline it the way we want to. We can fix it just for us, and that's what we want to do in Walton County. So if you have any ideas of what you want to do with Walk Georgia, give me a call. I would love to see some of the larger businesses. I'm fixing to talk to Clearview Hospital next week. We've set up an appointment with them to talk to them. They're going to set up teams there with their different departments and challenge each other. And that's what it's all about. That within Walton County, we want to follow the motto of Walk Georgia. We want to move more and live up to the Walton County Challenge. So come on and join the Walk Georgia Walton Challenge with Tammy and I, and we're going to challenge all of y'all to go ahead and get healthy with us, and we're going to try to be the healthiest county in Walton, in the state of Georgia and the United States, okay? So if you have any questions, give me a call, 770-267-1324 for the Walton County office, and I'll be glad to talk to you.
Where do you come alive? A stadium, lecture hall, a music hall, church potluck? This year, you have a new spot, walkgeorgia.org, a free website that provides you with all the resources needed to get your heart rate up and body out in your community. Sign up and receive individual or group fitness tracking, fitness demos by certified trainers, recipes, and a guide to resources in your Georgia County, all in one easy-to-use site. When you move more, you live more. walkgeorgia.org.
Good morning. I'm Keith Glass, City of Monroe Police Department, and I got Lieutenant Tracy Hanson with me today. And what we want to do is point out a problem that's not only citywide, but it's probably a nationwide, statewide, countywide problem, and that's just litter. And while this is not the most devastating crime that we deal with in the city of Monroe, as you can see from the video, it's a lot of trash, and we're standing right here at the East Spring Street exit coming off 78 Highway, and this litter was picked up about 10 or 12 days ago. And what I'm want to express to you is this is your community. If you see somebody littering, go ahead and call the 911, give them a tag number, and officers inside the city will respond to that. If you can't call 911 for some reason, if you can take down a tag number, Lieutenant Tracy Hanson's going to kind of be heading up something for me on this litter for a while, and I'd ask that you just email her the tag number. Her email is thanson, at monroega.gov. That's thanson at monroega.gov. And again, it's your community, and as you can see, and he'll scan around and show you some more trash, but this trash was picked up with community service by community service workers about 12 days ago, and you can see how much is built up. So we really need your assistance, and we're looking at some ways also of places where we have a lot of this, maybe getting some video out there so we can catch them also on video. But we just need your help with that, and if you have any other problems with the crime or whatever in the city of Monroe that we can help you with, please contact us at the City of Monroe Police Department.
I just look forward to hearing from citizens here in the community, and we can work together and hopefully make Monroe not only a safer place but more appealing to the eye. And just like Chief said, just email me with any problems. If you see anyone littering, or if you can get a tag number and we can follow up with those people, just email me, thanson at monroega.gov.
And we thank you for your help.